Hello, beloved listeners, and welcome to Sneople at the Movies, film criticism by people who actually like film. Join us as we dive into movies we love, movies we respect, and movies we wish we could unsee. From the kids who are fucking melting, thanks global warming, it's Sneople at the Movies. I'm Ezra.
I'm Helena.
And I'm Maddie. I'm Googling real quick. Hold on.
What are you Googling?
I'm Googling.
Live, having a quick live Google on the show. Absolutely riveting content, as always.
How can you possibly Google at a time like this?
The incredible sounds of me on my gamer keyboard, looking up Ghibli films. So,
I do genuinely, find the sound of your gamer keyboard kind of comforting.
I don't know if I've said this on the show, but I've definitely told, y'all, I think, that I used to play that one fucking game with our friend Leo and her buddies where you would, run around and pick up trash in space and monsters would eat you. And one of them did everything based on your mic sound. And the friends were like, dude, you got a gamer keyboard, you're gonna get fucking eaten. And I was like, joke's on you, I'm a podcaster, and Mike could mute my mic. So anytime I would run by one of those creatures, I would just mute my mic and run by. And I was 100% fine every fucking time. And they were like, I think that's cheating. And I was like, no, it's not. It's called playing smart, asshole.
That's just being strategic.
Yeah. You gotta don't fuck around. I couldn't even get a full sentence out because I was just thinking about how mad I was that they were like, oh, that's
You're thinking
cheating.
About how good of a gamer you were. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry that your big brain was too much.
Sorry, I gamed too hard. Ugh. I found the movie I was looking for. By the way, we're good.
Oh,
good.
Oh yeah, I would definitely put Ghibli films on this list.
Spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about summer movies this time, and I was thinking about Ghibli movies, and I was trying to think of specifically one of them, and I kept thinking of The Wind Rises, and I was like, I know it's not The Wind Rises. Though I think I would count Wind Rises on this kind of, but the Ghibli movies that count as summer movies for me are the ones featuring, teen or preteen girls. For some reason, and Whisper of the Heart is the one I wanted, but I couldn't fucking pull it.
Okay. I still have never seen that one.
It's very sweet.
Same.
I really like it.
I have, I'm increasingly realizing that there's just, a shitload of... There's, a lot of Ghibli movies that I just straight up have not seen, and,
it's one of those movies where you hear a rendition of Country Roads Take Me Home and get teared up. Good news, this movie has a rendition of Country Roads Take Me Home.
Incredible.
In Japanese. Anyway.
Oh, fun.
I spoiled what we're doing, but
That's okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's do what we sneep,
yeah.
and then we can fucking
sneef. I'm snorfing. Yeah.
Bust our way into summer movies. Who's going first?
Who
I mean,
knows?
I feel like we generally go me, Helena, Z. I mean,
This
why change a good thing?
Sure.
I had a brief moment where I was watching movies while I was working, which meant I was doing 3 movies a day.
Nice.
So I've watched more than normal.
Impressive.
Yeah. Oof. I was watching a wide variety of stuff. I watched John Carpenter's Vampires, which is not known to be one of his better movies, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be loud and proud. It was made for me specifically.
Hell yeah.
Is it, a better Carpenter film? No. Did it fuck? Yeah. Rewatched Attack the Block, my beloved. Rewatched 2000's hit rom-com classic The Prince and Me.
Yeah, how does that hold up?
It wasn't bad. It's very 2000s. He's Danish, but he has a British accent for some reason, which is very funny.
True.
I found it very charming that because she talks the whole time about, I don't want to get married and settle down because I have this dream that's really important to me. And then, kind of the latter third of the movie, you think that's what she's gonna do, and it, sucks. You're like, I mean, she's marrying a prince, so she's gonna be a queen, but, still, she wanted to be a doctor, And then it turns out the twist at the end is she's like, no, I'm gonna go become a doctor. And he shows up for her college graduation and is like, you should go become a doctor and do all that stuff. Because that's, like, that part of you is what I love, and I'll wait for you. And I'll keep doing my thing, you keep doing your thing, and then if you ever decide you want to be ready to, like, join me and become Queen of Denmark, I'll be ready for you. And if the Danish people don't want you for their queen, that's a bummer, because, like, I do. Which I thought was very cute.
Right.
Because so many rom-coms have the, like, I'm gonna give up my dream and get married. It was also, I thought it was very funny that it's the Princess Diaries in reverse.
Yeah.
I watched Bridget Jones' Diary for the first time, movie I've heard about since the dawn of time and never gotten around to. Is that movie supposed to be Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Because I got that right off the dome, and I was like, is that what's supposed to be happening? Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes.
I interrupted you guys. You were going to say something.
Oh, I was just... That's, like, the joke of casting Colin Firth in that movie.
Yeah.
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 Which... yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I can't say.
I haven't seen that movie in a really long time.
There were parts of it where I had to, like, mute it, because I was like, oh god, the secondhand embarrassment. But it was very fun. She smokes like a fucking chimney, which I thought was actually sort of charming. I was like, I respect a woman who smokes like a motherfucker.
There's about 50 or so Hugh Grant line deliveries in that movie that I just, like... I wish I had them on, like, little cassette tape to listen to before I went to bed.
He is so hot in that movie. It is, like, blinding.
It's really terrible, because he's such a horrible person, really.
He sucks so bad.
He sucks.
I don't want him to win. Like, you don't watch that movie and think she should get together with him. It's just one of those, like, I'll get together with him, though, and dump his ass later.
I'll rue the consequences. It's okay.
And that's okay. That was one where I also was like, I know there's 2 more sequels to this movie, but I don't know why. I mean, I know why, for the money. But I was like, this is such a good, solid, like... Because the other movies, she's like, oh, she's single again. I'm like, why?
Literally.
I don't get
These are her options.
Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. I watched the 1999 Thomas Crown Affair. I watched, on a whim, Austenland. You know, that hit.
Oh, wild.
I actually really ended up liking it. I went into it having, like, no expectations. And came out of it like, you know what, that was pretty fun. I liked that.
Yeah, that's my roommate's favorite romantic comedy.
That is one that, I would have on DVD, I think. I mean, I don't think I would spend, like, $20 on it, but if I, like, saw it at a sale and it was, like, $5-10, I would definitely pick it up. Like I said, I thought it was charming.
J.J. Fields in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's been enough reason for me.
Brett McKenzie, Mr. Flight of the Conchords?
Mm-hmm. Mister Flight of the Conchords, that one elf in Lord of the Rings himself.
Oh, yeah. Figwit.
I rewatched The Cat Returns, speaking of summer films. And then Austenland encouraged me to rewatch the 1995 Persuasion, which is where love was invented, and the North and South miniseries, which is also where love was invented. Richard Armitage, please call me on Thursday. I have cleared my schedule. I've taken a day off work.
The fact that people are not just constantly casting Richard Armitage in roles where he gets to stare at someone like the sun shines out their ass.
And also, like sulk
what if he
at
was
them.
like... Yes, I'm like, what, they're like, well, what if he was in all of these, like, movies modeled after his tenure on the British spy show MI5?
No.
Like, what if you cast him in things modeled after his turn as the Manic Pixie Dream accountant in The Vicar of Dibley?
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Have we seen the like clips from the pro shot of the production of Crucible that he did?
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
speaking of that
But I think
situation,
it's been a very long time.
Just like
if someone maybe had
horny.
them free, had them sitting around, I'm
Yeah.
just saying I would like to see them.
I
would like to see it.
embarrassingly horny about
Yeah.
that.
It's just so it's so much. Hang on.
Yeah,
He's
anyway.
so fucking
I'll find
handsome.
the gifts that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yep.
I told y'all this, but there's some like interview he did somewhere where like people aren't in love with Mr. Thornton because of me. Or they don't like Mr. Thornton because of me. They like him because they like me because I'm playing Mr. Thornton. And I'm like, bro, Mr. Thornton starts out as like a shit-ass union buster, and our intro to him is literally him beating the shit out of somebody.
Yeah,
I look at him and I see you, and I'm like, I will put up with Mr. Thornton until he gets better, because he does. I'm in love with you first and foremost.
I'm like, Richard, you don't understand. You're doing an absolutely unhinged amount of work to, like, make this dude into a reasonable romantic interest.
Yeah, but then
like,
Mr. Thornton has so many great stuff, like, in, like, episodes 2, like, the latter half is where it comes around. But during his first proposal, you're like, no, tell him to fuck off! Also, I don't remember the name of the gal who plays Margaret, but she's very charming and also very beautiful.
Daniela Denby Ash.
Thank you.
I don't know why I know that off the dome. I know. I'm like, she
You don't know why you know that off the dome?
I know
why
exactly
you know
I was
that
gonna
off
say,
the dome.
hold on.
Okay, fair.
Don't lie to me on this Neopets.
I am so... She, like... I had not seen her in very much stuff since then, which is, like, a gigantic bummer.
She's really good. I really like her.
Not the least, because she has just, like, the perfect, like, English rose, like, face for period, like, English period pieces. Totally. You're just, like, you look like you walked out of a fashion plate from, like, the late Regency era. Like, she's got the thing going on, and she's so fucking watchable. Yeah. Like, she's just got she's one of those actors who is, like, you can just stare at her, like, feeling things internally, and it's riveting.
Yeah. I am enraptured.
And, like, women don't get to do that all the time. Yeah. Anyway, the North and South miniseries is insanely good. Also, if you haven't read the book and you are interested, the book is also insanely good. Like, I
read that.
love the book of North and South.
Noted.
Yeah, highly recommend.
But the North and South miniseries is available on multiple platforms, like, free with ads. Well, I watched it on, like, Freevee, and they didn't show me a single ad, so I don't know what was up there. But...
Oh, nice. Also, if you were listening to this and you are a friend of mine, I own that shit on DVD.
So there we go. Yeah. Also, there's something that's nice about watching one of those things. That type of Regency romance thing over a miniseries is it lets it kind of, you get room to breathe. As opposed to Persuasion or the 2005 P&P. Which is really nice. Sometimes you get to slow down the pace. There are multiple times in the North and South miniseries where I did cry. Not like sobbing, but I was just like, oh god. When her dad fucking dies out of nowhere, fucking spoilers, I guess. In the last episode, I was just like, oh, I forgot. It just devastated me.
Yeah.
So
Shit's
much.
rough.
So worth it. And then on an entirely different note, I'm continuing to watch The Exorcist show. Still
Amazing.
Also really good. It hasn't made me cry. But it's great. I think I'm like a little halfway through season 1. There's 2 seasons. I forgot that this comes up in season 2, but I forgot that Ben Daniels' character is gay. So stoked about that. I mean, like, I knew. Like, I felt it in my heart.
I know, but, like, that they're like, no, you're right.
They were like,
gay.
don't worry, kings and queens. He is kissing a man on the mouth, and I was like, fuck yes, bazongo. I tried to rewatch the Inkheart movie, and I got like literally 10 minutes in, and was like, I can't fucking do this, because it's a great, good casting, where everyone's doing their fucking best. And there's, like, lots of beautiful scenery, like, great locations, and it is, like, I'm like, this is not the book. This is nothing. I just couldn't do it. It was just so
Maddie,
sad.
don't worry. Because, in August, September, October, November, in 4 months, you'll have a new Inkheart book.
I know. I got that pre-reader of it, and I didn't end up reading it because it was just on my computer. I did this legally. I want to be clear. I used to work in a bookstore. I could get these things legally.
Yeah.
And I tried to read, but it ran out of time because I didn't want to sit at my computer and read a book. That's just, I couldn't get it on my Kindle.
Yeah, it's not the vibe.
But I read the first, like, chapter or so, and it was enough for me to be like, oh, shit! So I'm very excited. I reread Inkheart recently, and I need to reread the other two. But the nice thing about that book is it does give you a, like, here's what you missed on Glee kind of thing, from the perspective of one of the characters, which I found to be really cool. It was really well done.
Interesting.
Which is not surprising, all things considered. Cornelia, I love you so much. I'm sorry they made such a shit movie out of your book. That's not fair.
I feel like that was a really dodgy era for
absolutely
book to movie adaptations.
It was an era. I mentioned this to Ben last night on the stream. I don't remember why, but I own the Nintendo DS game adaptation of the movie adaptation of Inkheart, the book, because that was an era where not only were we making bad book adaptations, we were making Nintendo DS game adaptations of bad movie adaptations. There was a lot going on. I have not touched the game because I am afraid of what will happen. It's like fucking The Ring. Like, I'm gonna put in my DS and I will have 7 days. Before Capricorn comes out of my DS and kills me. Like, I'm just scared,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Isn't he played by Andy Serkis?
Oh, you know he is, baby.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he came out of your 3DS to kill you, like,
I don't want
is
the
this
Capricorn version of Andy Serkis
okay,
to come out
I have not
DS,
seen
though.
this movie, and I keep starting Inkheart and then, like, not finishing reading it because I don't know why.
That's okay.
Because I'm an adult.
Hey.
And I don't have but I'm an adult who didn't ever read it as a kid, so therefore I have, like, no nostalgia basis for it,
That's
even
fair.
though I love it as my... It is
your
like
book-in-law.
my like it's my book-in-law. Like I love Inkheart on principle, but I keep not actually reading
That's
it.
fair. Like I said,
It is
the casting
leagues and
for...
leagues better than 90% of children's books that are currently out there, though, I have to say.
That I don't doubt that for
as
a
someone who works
fucking
in a
second.
children's bookstore. Anyway.
Yeah. A lot of, like I said, a lot of the casting for the Inkheart movie is great. Paul Bettany's there.
Great.
Andy Serkis is, like, kind of unnerving.
Oh, okay,
It's
fair.
not-
Yeah, I'm not sure if I 100% buy it.
He's the one where I'm
It's not
like,
his
I
fault.
don't know if I'm with you on this one, boss.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's obviously, he's, like, good, because he's Andy Serkis, but it's also, like, if you know who he is, he comes on screen and you're like, huh! I'm gonna recommend to everyone to just Google Andy Serkis Inkheart and just take a look at what you see. That should pull up what I want, I think. I'm gonna double check now before I commit to that, but still.
I also just have way too many opinions about actual casting for the books that I shouldn't be allowed to think about. And the thing about
this will get you what you want.
crazy.
Just Google Andy Serkis Inkheart and you'll see. And it is a little scary.
Okay,
The thing that
I'm gonna
drives
do
me
this
crazy
live on the
about
podcast.
the casting and also the movie, the ending of that movie, is that the book actually is pretty wide open for a sequel, which it has because it's a trilogy.
Right.
But they changed, contrary to most movies, trying to make money off of the
I'm
series.
gonna be real with you. I don't love that.
It's not good.
It's not good.
He's not. He's not looking good bald. Bald is not a good look on him.
Oh
Capricorn
god, I
is
forgot
even
he's
bald.
bald. Why did I edit hair onto him in my remembrances?
Oh, no, he is not. I don't know either. I think maybe to protect yourself.
This movie has a very specific aesthetic that is like so excruciatingly 2008 fantasy that I'm like, I know that it's bad, but like that's a thing that I have sort of like a fucked up annoying nostalgia for.
In the book he has hair and he is either as I'm looking at the wiki right now, he has short bristly hair that Maggie cannot tell whether it is gray or just very fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
this
is the thing. Is
know
like
why he's got like.
I think I imagined hair on him because in my I've read the book way more times than I've seen the movie, and in the book I'm like Capricorn has hair.
Yeah,
and so I just
photoshopped
hair onto his head.
Forgot that in the movie he like just kind of looks like himself, and they didn't make him look more like dead. Because in the movie in the book, once again I'm pulling from wiki here. He is tall, pale, and gaunt, as if the skin had been stretched too tight over his bones. So I always, like, in my head remember Andy Serkis as being made up to look like he's fucking death on legs, and they don't. It's just Andy Serkis.
So, what you really wanted here was, like, Doug Jones.
Yeah. No. Yes.
Doug Jones would be good. Richard E. Grant would be good.
Never mind, I take it back. Richard E. Grant, that's who you want.
Yeah!
Like, just based on that. Because the idea of Richard E. Grant with a buzz cut is deeply unsettling in a way that, like, sounds right for this.
Very unnerving.
The girl they got to play Maggie does look like
but...
how I imagined Maggie, I will say.
Maybe I'll give Inkheart another try.
You should give it 10 more tries.
I need to figure out... I don't remember what I was reading it on. Maybe I need to get a physical book copy of it.
The covers, the physical book covers are... Yeah, I know. Mine is in a box somewhere and, like, the cover's falling off. I tore that thing up. I have it on my Kindle now.
It's miraculously still in one piece, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
Because that shit is hanging on by a fucking thread.
I need Mo to come and fix up my copy of Inkheart. Z, we share an Amazon account. Yes. You should be able to download Inkheart.
Oh, that's true. I have to put I have to start using my Kindle again is what I need to do, but I also need to put the Kindle app back on my phone because I wasn't, I didn't have it on there for a hot second. I don't really know why. Not important.
Anyway, the important thing is to go all the way back. Is there's the Nintendo DS game version of Inkheart, the movie, and also there's a new Inkheart book coming out in a few months. And I love Inkheart so much.
And it's the best.
And it's the best.
They changed the ending
Dustfinger,
of the movie, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about Dustfinger, and I'm always thinking about how crazy good that casting is, and then they did fucking nothing.
And they did fucking nothing!
The sequel, which would have been his book! Anyway. I'm fine. I'm normal about it. I'm normal about it.
Also, I forgot that the cover they made up for the book is, like, it looks like some Penguin Random House ass shit. Like, this is the least appealing book of all time, and in the book they describe it as this, like, hardbound, really, and it's just like, I could buy this at a Barnes & Noble for $5.
Yeah. Production design vis-a-vis books in movies drives me absolutely up the fucking wall. I think there was those Penguin leather-bound classics?
Yep.
Or cloth-bound classics?
Yeah.
There was a movie my parents were watching about this woman in the 1940s or something who was has a bookstore or something. And one of the beginning shots of the movie is inside her house, and she has the Penguin cloth-bound editions of books on her bookshelf, and I'm just like, well, that's not, because those were just, they came out. So they're just sitting in the 1940s. You need to get books that look like they actually might have come out during the 1940s.
You could make those, dude. there are
You can
girls
just
on
make
YouTube
them.
making them, and it takes like not that long.
Girls on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Um,
you put a piece of cardboard over another piece of cardboard, and then you put some fake leather over that. You do some embossing, and you
yeah,
age it. If you just need to
yeah.
fill your shelves with prop books, that is cheaper materials wise than
Or
going out and buying all these other books
you're gonna get really annoying people like myself complaining about it because they can
on our podcast.
like they can clock it from a mile off. Anyway.
Anyway,
What
okay, I'm good. I'm recovered, I think. Helena, what did you see?
did I watch?
What did you
Hey.
watch?
I had paid time off, so I had a day where I just watched 5 movies. That was fun. I wish I could do that every day. But I watched Problemista, which is a new movie that everybody should go see, by Julio Torres with Tilda Swinton. It's very good. Um, on the day off where I watched 5 movies, I started my day with a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, which I definitely don't need to watch anymore at this point because I do really think I have it
But
memorized.
it's not.
But
The
that's
point
okay.
is like the heart. You have to talk to
It's
it in your
true.
heart, you know.
It's the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I did ask this of a friend of mine, though, that like I do want to see how far we can get. I do want to like have a day where I go over to their house and we get drunk and we just see how far into the movie we can get without having to refer to any kind of reference material. And then after the point where we're like, oh, I don't know what scene happens next or what dialogue comes next, we just start making it up.
Uh huh.
Um, that sounds like an ideal day, an ideal summer day for me. So that TBD on that, that might happen.
All right.
I also rewatched Manhunter, which is a great movie about psycho people like Will Graham,
Uh huh.
and I guess also Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Um,
My girly pop Will Graham.
uh, my girly pop Will Graham. Uh, Duck Soup, my first Marx Brothers movie experience. That was crazy.
Oh, you never seen that one before?
I haven't.
No, never seen any of them.
I keep forgetting that this, when I was a junior in high school, after we were done with because we had the weird thing where, like, the AP exams happen, like, it's like 5 weeks before the end of school in Washington because they're based on, like, schedules from other parts of the country where you get out of school, like, on freaking Memorial Day. Or earlier. It's very weird. My teacher was like, cool, what we're doing is like a film unit and we're starting from like silent films. And one of the ones that we watched was Duck Soup, which is fucking hilarious.
So fucking funny and stupid as all hell. My favorite joke in that movie it's so stupid. And so like, cause Chico and Harpo play fake spies, and at one point they're doing a bunch of silly business, and they go meet this guy, and then the guy that they're going to meet gets a telegram, and they're like, no, take it. They like take it, and Harpo looks at it and like crumples it up angrily and throws it on the ground. He's like, what? What did it say? He's just like, he gets angry because he can't read. And that's it. And it's just like shit
Yeah.
like that, like every
Yeah.
fucking second. It's
Yeah.
truly incredible.
It's a barrage of gags. It's delightful.
It's so much. And it's also, I think, 69 minutes long, which is kind of perfect. I watched The More the Merrier, which is a romantic comedy from the 1940s, which I'm obsessed with, and a former coworker of mine has actually been telling me about for about a year. They're like, you have to see this movie because this guy is in it, who I think is, so the actor Joel McCrea is in it, plays the romantic lead. And he does some stuff in that I think I'm absolutely obsessed with him, and it's an insane movie, and they were right. And I had a great time. There's a neck kiss in that movie, this movie that came out in 1943, where I was like, how the hell did they get away with that? But they did it. Fuck the Hays Code. They pushed past. And then I also finished up my day with 2005 Pride and Prejudice, which I've been meaning to rewatch recently since Donald Sutherland passed away. And I had a great time as always, and like also the ending of that movie, the correct ending, not the fake American ending, the correct ending that ends with the scene with her dad, makes me like cry every time that I was crying in the
Yeah.
movie.
I haven't watched
So
it in a while, and I'm like, my roommate was like, we should watch 2005 Pride and Prejudice like before he passed away, and now I was like,
yeah.
okay, y'all gonna have to put up with me like
Weeping.
crying a lot.
I cry every
like,
time
there's gonna be like
anyway.
actual like there's gonna be like more weeping than usually involved in the 2005 Pride and Prejudice.
I watched that clip that someone put on fucking Twitter when he died, and I cried.
Oh yeah, out of context. I
wept.
Yeah.
When you have the full like brick of the movie hitting you over the head and then it ends with it, it's just even worse.
Yeah.
I have people in my life, and when I say people in my life and people that I work with who are kind of like purists vis-a-vis
yes.
like Jane Austen
Miniseries.
adaptations. So I know people who get like weird about this. I will just hear none of it. I will hear absolutely none of it. And I love the miniseries. I think it is truly a more faithful adaptation, certainly to the tone of the book, perhaps. But I will just hear absolutely no goddamn slander about this movie. It's a good movie, and I guess people have to deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. It's hard being right. Speaking of that, I also watched Miami Vice for the first time the next day. The movie, not the TV show. There were some things about that I don't want to get into now that related to some recent, really stupid, unnecessary Twitter drama, which if you were there for that, you know, but I accidentally timed my Miami Vice home viewing with the showing of Miami Vice at IFC Center. So congratulations. I guess I could have been there, but I was at home watching Colin Farrell's incredible handlebar mustache.
Not on the podcast if you don't want, but what Twitter drama are you talking about?
Oh my god. So there's a film critic that I follow, who literally only said, like, I'm finally showing my favorite movie to my girlfriend today. It's a big deal, you know, and this is talking about like, and he posted the opening to Miami Vice. And some weird people, because this is Twitter, and if you say things like, I like enjoying a coffee outside with my husband, somebody actually tweeted once and got attacked for was like, my favorite part of my day is when I have coffee on our back porch with my husband. It's so wonderful, and we have conversations, and people were like, some of us don't have husbands, some of us don't have porches, some of us can't drink coffee, because you know that's what Twitter
What's
is
that
like.
fucking tweet that's like, so you hate waffles? No, the fuck, I didn't fucking say that or whatever.
That's a whole
different tweet. Yeah.
That's basically what happened. Like, somebody was like, started giving him shit because it's like Miami Vice, that movie, because they clearly hadn't seen the movie, and so they were just talking out of their ass about like the machismo about it.
Sure.
And then they were having severe coperism, dealing with the fact that nobody agreed with them like attacking this guy for showing a movie to his girlfriend. And it just spun out of control. And so the showing at IFC was actually IFC being like, so I think it's, I don't know, weird timing. Let's do a showing of IFC. And they added that guy on Twitter, like, also, if you want to come and get a free ticket, you're welcome to, you can invite you.
Oh my god, okay, now I remember this. Yeah, where they were like, and I was like, you know what? IFC, well done. Excellent.
So I wish I'd been able to be there for it, but it's okay. I was at home. So that was that. That was what that whole situation was. That discourse could have ended in like 2 hours, if that, but it went out of control. So anyway, hope he's doing well. Miami Vice is a good movie. On Saturday, I went to the Museum of the Moving Image in Queens with a friend, which was really fun, and I saw a lot of original Muppets, as well as some makeup stuff they did for The Exorcist and a bunch of various other movies, lots of cool exhibits. And then we went back to her apartment, and we were like, you want to watch a movie? And her husband, who was a film guy, was like, I've been trying to get her to watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang for like, I don't know how long. And she's like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, and I was like, I love that movie. And I think that We should watch it. And so with our combined efforts, she watched it for the first time. And it was very much, I literally said to her right beforehand, I was like, so you know that joke about how people watching Two Towers, when Viggo Mortensen breaks his toe, they have to be like keeping themselves from saying to the person next to him, that's the part where he broke his toe. I just want you to know that that's going to be, I'm trying to not be that person actively for the next 2 hours vis-a-vis things that I know about this script and this movie and the background for it. However, if you ask me, I will probably tell you as long as it doesn't ruin the film. But anyway, she loved it. I was very happy. She had a good time. So that's always one of those movies where I'm just like, and then no, it was great. She was like, I think if you have a good sense of humor, you'll like that movie. And I was like, God, so true, Queen. She's right. And then what night was this? I think this was Sunday when I was supposed to go be social, and I decided to not do that and to stay home instead and watch 2 movies. And so in the evening, I watched Greg Araki's Nowhere. It was a crazy ass movie that I loved. Um, and before that, I opened HBO Max, and what should be looking me straight in the eye, but the movie Twister, which I'd never seen before. So I decided, what the hey?
It's so wild to me that you
it
hadn't.
was time.
I think I like made up in my mind that you had seen Twister because I have. I was like, well, obviously Helena has, right? And the answer is no.
Sure. No, but now I have.
But now you have.
But now I have. I had a really great time.
It's a fun movie.
I'm
I
just gonna
very
say
much like
it.
Twister.
I like it. I would watch it again. I would watch it again right now, in fact.
Now that's a summer movie.
Crazy movie. That is 100% a summer movie. That is 100% a summer movie in which Carrie Elwes... Some bad things happened to Carrie Elwes at the end of that movie.
Yeah, I would say so.
But he kind of deserves it.
Yeah, I would
guess.
say that too. Do you think,
Yeah.
speaking of Carrie Elwes, do you think that there are people out there whose primary association with him is Twister? That has to be true, right? Just
Really
due to the
not.
amount of people in the world.
Yes, maybe, but like the Venn diagram of people who have seen Twister but have not seen The Princess Bride, I think has to be quite small. Because The Princess Bride is a pretty well-known movie by this point.
That's true, but
And
my stepmom did not see it until she was until maybe a few years ago.
Crazy.
Because she did not, and because she was telling me, because it came up because I was listening to the audiobook when I went to Carrie Elwes' audiobook when I went to go drive down to see them, and I was telling her about it because I was like, this is a really good. I was telling my dad because I figured he'd be interested, and I don't know, I was on a kick. And she was like, yeah, I didn't see it till a few years ago, I didn't really get that into it, but what it made me realize is your dad, all these years we've been together, has been saying, as you wish to me, and I didn't know what that meant. And I almost fucking burst into tears, because I was like, that's the most romantic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Shut the front fucking door.
And also, it's really funny that he was doing that to her, and she had no clue what the fuck he was referencing.
Okay, well, I'm stealing that from him.
My dad's a champ.
Somebody worthy of it. Yeah.
Dad, if you're out there, hi. He listens to the show sometimes. But that does mean that there are people who know about Princess Bride but have not necessarily seen it, but may have seen Twister.
Right.
So, just saying the odds are not zero.
The odds are not zero. I feel like they're very small. I feel like it is certainly more likely than, say, their primary association with him being...
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think.
Take a swing.
Movie. I was gonna say the Cat Returns, but he doesn't have a face in it.
Yeah.
But the thing that could happen. I don't know.
All I'm saying is
like himself.
One person. I'm not saying a majority of people. I was just wondering if there's a single person out there.
Right. I mean, I certainly believe that there are people in our generation who would have seen for example, Ella Enchanted first, and then watch The Princess Bride,
Is he in Ella Enchanted?
perhaps.
Or is that unreal?
Yes.
I've only seen that movie like once.
Me and my friend Lana were very upset by how not hot he was in that movie
That's very
when that
sad.
came out.
That's
'Cause we
cruel,
were like,
I would even say.
that's Carrie. I was also very confused for a long period of time growing up because I saw him in so many movies where he had so many different accents, and I was like, what is the fucking truth, Carrie?
Who is this man?
From? Answer me. And he's so English. Like he's
very
like literally
English.
descended from the guy who was inspired the character of Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
Like he's English, like more English than the Queen.
English.
He's about as English as you get.
Not in Twister.
But not in Twister.
Not. So I think that would be confusing. When he opened his mouth to speak with that voice,
it startled me the first time I watched that movie. I was like, who the fuck is this?
So we're out here committing crimes, I see.
Who's this motherfucker? The answer is that's Gary Elwes, star of stage and screen.
And he's here to ruin your day.
He is here to
ruin Bill
fuck
Paxton's
it
day.
up.
Yeah. If you want to watch a movie in which Bill Paxton gets really angry at Cary Elwes for stealing his potential tornado mapping technology and almost punches him in the face,
Good news.
I think you should watch Twister right fucking now.
Anyway, it's a good movie. It's a good film.
Good film. I also today I watched Don't Look Now, which is another Donald Sutherland movie that is does not make me as happy as Pride and Prejudice. It makes me very sad, actually, but I've been meaning to watch it for a very long time, and so I'm glad I finally did. Really sad shit. He's incredible in it. Julie Christie is gorgeous. Also, like I've mentioned, I've been rereading the first Game of Thrones book with the intention of reading the entire Song of Ice and Fire series that is currently out, and then I've been like rewatching the show as we go along, which is like an interesting experiment because you start to realize, of course, that everything that's good on the show essentially that isn't like an actor thing is something that they've taken from the books, and that everything else, when it's bad, is stuff where they're just like, what if we tried something of our own, and then it's all of a sudden not very good. Kind of crazy how that happens. Anyway, great book. Very excited to continue reading it. And as a friend who is very passionate about them described, it's like, it's going to be really fun for you because you'll get to a point where the quality of the TV show just drops drastically. And that is also the point where the books get really fucking good. And so you'll be really enjoying yourself going back and forth with the whiplash of the good book, bad adaptation. So I'm looking forward to that experience for sure.
That's fun.
Yeah, always a good time. Anyway, that's what I've seen, I guess.
Hell yeah.
A lot, I think.
Nice. As usual, mine is a lot shorter. My roommates and I decided to rewatch the first Matrix movie because it's coming off of Netflix, and I was like, I hadn't seen that movie since I was in high school, which is, then I started thinking about how long it's been since I was in high school, and I got a little freaked out.
Yeah. Dude.
It's fine. I'm very glad that I am much happier now. I think anyway. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The effects in that movie just do in fact hold up insanely well. I continue to be like not really at all. I have this funny thing where I'm like, I like Keanu Reeves a lot. He really doesn't do it for me on like a horny level. But you know who does is Lawrence Fishburne. He's very hot in that movie. As is Hugo Weaving. Don't at me.
I mean, no, I understand.
Yeah.
See,
anyway.
I have an interesting experience where, like, that's, like, the only movie in which I'm horned for Keanu.
The thing is I am also... That is also... Well, but I am horny for Keanu Reeves in other movies also.
Fair.
I think I am the most, like, open to Keanu person here.
he is overshadowed to me by how sexy Lawrence Fishburne is.
That's fair.
Carrie-Anne Moss in that movie though too.
And Carrie-Anne Moss. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my
Another
God.
win for bisexuals everywhere.
Yeah, big time. I love being transgender. That's it. That's the post. I love like I love any kind movies are about like making the difficult decision to take a risk and say maybe the world isn't what I think it was, and sometimes that is hard, but you're ultimately better for it. It makes me feel good about my decision to transition. And you know, it's cool.
Yeah.
Also, it really, whichever one of my Tumblr mutuals, sorry, I can't remember who it was, who was like, people keep suggesting all of these double features for The Matrix, and they're all wrong. The one that you want is Dark City.
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
and now I have to make my roommates watch Dark City, but that is like the opposite of a summer movie to me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't make them watch it right now. It's like too hot and sunny out.
Also, I have not seen that movie since I was absolutely thrashed at Ben's house. And I
wild.
would like to see that movie when I'm sober, I think.
Yeah, it's I love Dark City. I own that on DVD too. I picked it up at like I think that's one of the ones that I got when one of the video rentals in Bellingham was closing, and I was like, don't mind if I do.
Yoink.
That and I have the Criterion edition of Brazil, which again, it's so good that I didn't get into Terry Gilliam movies as a fucking teenager, because I was already insufferable as a teenager and I would have been worse. I also watched Detective Pikachu.
That's right, you sure did. I saw that on your Letterboxd, and
fine.
I was like, huh.
Yeah, that was another roommate suggestion. Sometimes my roommates go, "Hey, do you want to watch this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right."
You know,
I don't have anything better to do with my evening.
why not?
We only have one TV, so I'm very susceptible to just whatever is playing on the household television. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was fine. I didn't grow up playing Pokemon, so while I like Pokemon, like I think the designs are fun, I have it's a thing I have zero childhood nostalgia about.
If it helps, as someone,
Justice Smith is so good.
Yes,
though.
that is true.
I'm so glad to see him. I'm like, man, I'm like, get so many roles. Also, I'm so upset that I missed how I saw the TV glow in theaters.
I will say, as someone who is really into Pokemon, that was my first video game when it came to the US, very, very into it, Detective Pikachu is still just okay. For someone
it's very
like me.
formulaic, and sometimes I don't care about movies being formulaic. And this one I was just like, I did get jump scared by Bill Nighy in that movie, which was very funny.
I fucking forgot.
And then Ken Watanabe in a very well-tailored suit walked on screen, and I started hollering, and everyone's like, "Why are you like this?" I'm like, "'Cause Ken Watanabe's hot."
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then last night, one of my roommates and I were like, "Man, I want to turn my brain off." We started rewatching She-Ra, which I love that show so fucking much. This is my like exception to the I'm not really interested in media directed at children.
It's very funny.
And
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No.
I just re-listened to our episode where we did the like which movie is better / worse of Dracula 2000 and Deep Blue Sea. And you were on that episode. You were talking about how you were rewatching She-Ra.
Yeah, I got like all the way to one of my roommates and I got pretty far and then just like stopped because both of us get distracted and quit watching TV shows. And then I don't know, it's just like we'll get into this in a minute. It's good summer watching because it doesn't require a lot of like intellectual engagement, which sometimes that's what you want when you feel like all of your brain cells are being melted out of your ears because of how fucking hot it is. You heard it here, folks. I have started the fucking endgame of Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm going I'm gonna do it this time. I've never made it this far. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
So excited.
I'm very proud of you.
I still know very little about Dragon Age, but I enjoy hearing about
I am
secondhand.
very, very, very determined to have actually played all of Inquisition before Veilguard comes out, because probably what's going to happen is I'm going to go, I'd really like to play Veilguard, and then I'm just not gonna do it because I won't have enough free time, and also I don't want to spend like $80 on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just like listen to other people. Yeah, I'll just like, I'll let other people talk to me about it because I love spoilers and watching other people play video games. Yeah, anyway. And I'm still just consuming an absolutely unhinged amount of Resident Evil fanfiction, regretting nothing. Yeah. So yeah, happy summer, everybody. I hope that you're adequately surviving the increasingly unlivable temperatures on planet Earth. God, I really hate to be reminded every single year that we are like actively cooking the planet, and it's like, why is this a problem? Because I'm one of the assholes who lives on it.
Yeah.
And I would like to keep doing so. And like, I don't really have anything to complain about. It is way hotter where both of you live. I just like don't have an AC unit because I haven't bought one. Fortunately, my office is air conditioned, so yeah. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty good about my office job right now.
We have central heating, air and heating, but the funny thing about like the concept, I know, which is very unusual for New York City, the concept of air conditioning and heating will never not be funny to me, because it's like, I just feel like that's just a thing that you have to have. You have to have it. You can't let people get too cold, and you can't let people get too toasty, because those are things that can make people sick and unwell and possibly dead. So you shouldn't punish people for using air conditioning when it's really hot out by charging them more money than usual when they use air conditioning to keep themselves cool. Same goes for during the winter months when it is very cold and you need heat to live. You shouldn't punish them by saying, "You used your heat too much this month, Missy. You need to be paying us more money." I just don't think, like, I know that's how services work, but I just don't think that heat and air conditioning should be a service by which companies extract money from me. Same, in the same way that I don't believe that about healthcare either. So I get really angry around this time of month, because while I'm enjoying my wonderful air conditioning that I get, which is extremely rare where I live, I'm also getting very mad at the concept that anyone would dare charge me money to enjoy it. But at least I have Jaws.
At least you have Jaws.
Yeah.
To watch.
So this is a like I was jokingly calling this Anatomy of a Summer film, because there are, and I think as every time we ask a question on this podcast, the answer is almost always yes, but there are categories because we love categories. I feel comfortable speaking for all of us on that one.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I have OCD 100%.
I think there's also always generally the someone will say, well, this one is one for me, and somebody else will be like, why? Yes, and then it'll spin out absolutely. From there.
We all have like we are obligated to each have a like niche pick.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go through this list and be like, what's my most niche pick?
So I'll start off with like, for me, for me, a summer movie is, so there's summer blockbusters, obviously. This is like the stuff that comes out in the summer, and for me, I always think of specifically the like Jurassic Park, Jaws, Indiana Jones like action adventure. Mm-hmm. I'm doing a lot of punching and I don't have to think too hard about it, right?
Yeah.
And it's
thanks, Mr. Spielberg.
Pirates of the Caribbean is one of those, like, this is something where I get to sit around and have a drink with my buddies, and, like, we get to have a movie, and it's, like, fun. And it's not that deep. That's
a crucial thing for me, is almost all summer movies have to have an air of it's not that deep.
Or if it is, it's just deep enough. You know, maybe it has deep moments or moments that like, just like get me emotionally. But I'm not gonna walk home at the end of the day like thinking about it like super hard.
Well, I guess I said that, but then I'm also firmly in the Dog Day. Like, there's also, like, Dog Day Afternoon, which is an insanely intense movie, but it's also, like, that movie, which I watched for the first time, like, very much not in the summer. I was like, this gives me, like, the full body experience of being, like, stuck to a leather car seat.
See, but
that movie is itself a 4DX experience for being in the summer. Like, I get sweaty watching that movie.
But for me, that movie is a movie that takes place during the summer and reminds me of, like, summertime, but is not a capital S, capital M summer movie. To me.
Okay.
I think there's a difference. You know, I think that there are plenty of movies that take place during the summer and remind me of being in the summer. And, like, the feeling of summertime. But I think that movie's too serious for a summer movie.
Okay, so we have here, like, movies that bring the summer with them, and movies which are not necessarily originating from the summer, but are appropriate for it. Okay.
But that is my personal definition. And I'm not gonna throw everybody onto that.
I can see both of this is what I meant by categories.
Yeah.
Where there's, like, because to me, like, there are movies that are, like, epitomize the summer to me that, like, I would, like, I want to watch them in the summer to, like, just, like, almost masochistically lean into the feeling of summer, because the thing about summer, especially, like, I live pretty far north, it just doesn't stick around for very long. And so it's like, even though I complain about it all the time, I end up with this, like, perverse urge to be like, I need to, like, lean into it so that I can, like, remember some little bit of this feeling when it's, like, been, like, 34 degrees and drizzling for 5 months.
Yeah. But that's also, like, I don't think I would watch... I don't know if I would watch Dog Day Afternoon during the summer, because it's too much summer. Like, when I'm already sweaty and fucking dying, I don't want to be...
The experience is too immersive.
Yeah, I don't want to... If I'm already getting up, which is a welcome to summer in Portland, especially as someone who wears a lot of short shorts, I'm spending a lot of time getting up from leather seats and struggling to do so because it's sweaty and I got thick thighs, so I just am, like, fighting to the death to stand up. Because I'm velcroed to the chair. I don't want to watch a movie
fair.
About being hot and sweaty and miserable. I'm already there.
Sometimes I like to have that experience reflected back to me because it feels like I'm commiserating with the film.
That's fair. I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
I think that specifically the thing for Dog Day for me is that it is also emotionally intense.
Yeah.
And that's part
legit.
of the experience. But also I don't, like, Dog Day Afternoon is one of those movies where it's like, I only want to watch it every so often. I'm not always looking to watch that movie.
Oh, to be clear, I also am like, I'm gonna be good for about 3 more years. I can't deal with that movie very often.
Yeah, but it's also...
That's the thing, is, like...
Go ahead. Sorry.
I do think it's a summer movie, but, like, it's not a movie where I'm, like, if I am sitting on the couch, like I was this last week, like, it's like thinking, like, oh, God, I just want to watch a movie right now. What I'm gonna do is open up... I'm gonna turn on the TV and I'm gonna watch Twister.
Yeah.
Like, it is, like, it is a movie that takes place during the summer, and it is, like, it does feel like a summer movie to me, but it's not a movie that I would gravitate towards as, like, watching once a year or, you know, every once, like, very often. Like, it's like, and you know what else was advertised to me once I finished Twister on HBO Max was Deep Blue Sea, which
oh my god,
yeah, and its
is a summer movie.
Yes,
because
I really gotta make my roommate. Like, I still have not seen that, and I really need to be like, all right, everybody, we're getting drunk on a weekend and watching Deep Blue
I'll say
Sea.
this: Dracula 2000 also on HBO.
Also on HBO Max. It's like it was ordained by the gods. I was flipping through that movie, just reminding myself of how incredible it is, and like it's Deep Blue Sea is like. Any movie with water in it, I'm like, summer. Which is a monkey brain response that's has no logic to it really, but I'm just like, I see water and I'm like,
I think like summer. The ocean. If the ocean is there,
the ocean.
Yeah, and it's not specifically like, you know, a hyper cold ocean. If it's not like I'm not thinking about oh my god, what's the stupid... Sorry, it's not stupid. What's that? The Terror. I'm not looking at The Terror and thinking, oh, like, the summertime.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
But, like, we've listed, like, Pirates of the Caribbean, Master and Commander on here.
Yes.
Titanic? Yeah.
Titanic, that movie, yeah.
Deep Blue Sea, Jaws. It's like, we are in the ocean.
Yeah.
Pacific
and there's
Rim.
something about the way that Deep Blue Sea is filmed too, where like it's filmed very warm. Like they really like hype up the like 90s. I don't know, Michael Bay tones of the movie, like filming it in the warm yellows and oranges, and then letting it filter into the blues and stuff like that. So it's very much like the color palette of that movie is very summery.
Yeah.
This is back in the 90s when trashy movies like with terrible special effects budgets somehow still looked really good. Crazy. Same with Twister. I was like, Twister has some effects that have not aged terrifically well.
No.
Some which have and some which haven't. But it still like looks like... Turn it on. I was like, it still looks so good. Why? Because it was made in 1986. That's why. Yeah. And they're like, we're gonna light the bastard. It's not like we're not gonna light it just because it's a silly summer movie.
It's like the thing with where I'm like deeply, deeply disinterested in video game photorealism. I don't need the lighting and color palette of the movie to look like what I see with my human eyeballs every day. It's art. In fact, I would like it to be slightly stylized. That would be better and more enjoyable. I love you, Technicolor. Go listen to our Technicolor episode. I'm thinking about, like...
I just had a moment where I was like, what's that stupid fucking movie that is so 90s and they're surfers and his name is Johnny Utah? And then my brain was just like, Point Break! And by that I mean, I looked it up.
I was about to say I was like literally just thinking about Point Break. What the fuck?
I will admit, I did just Google Johnny Utah to be like, what's that fucking movie? But that, I think, is a summer movie. The man's name is fucking Johnny Utah. That is the epitome of I'm not thinking that hard.
I think there's a thing about... And I don't know if this is true but obviously, like, my cultural paradigm is USian, and I can't speak for anybody else in the rest of the world. But, like, I feel like even when you are at a point in your life where you are, like, completely disconnected from the rhythm of the school year, you know, it's like, you're not anywhere near being in school anymore, like, you don't have kids, basically none of your friends have kids, like, there is no reason that you should feel like summer vacation is still a thing. It's still, like, the summer is, like, just indelibly this is when you get to cut loose time.
I mean, the other thing is also when you group in the Pacific Northwest, you're not cutting loose for half the year. You are.
Yeah, you don't want to go outside for a huge chunk of the year. And, like, it's like you get somebody was joking that, like, when you live in the Pacific Northwest, because of how dark it is for, like, a huge chunk of the year, that, like, the sunlight is kind of like a party drug.
Yeah.
Like, the sun, like,
Vitamin D!
There's, like, yeah, it's like everybody finally gets enough vitamin D and just goes hog wild. And so I feel like there are, like, movies that capture that for me, where it's, like, movies about people, like, breaking the rules as kind of a general paradigm are like, feel more like summer movies to me, because this is the, like, you know, fuck your bedtime, but, like, you don't, like, it's a, like, unscheduled free time, like, it's light, especially, or, like, you know, when the days are really, really long, you're like, it's light until 10 o'clock at night, like, time is fake. I can do whatever I want. There's just this feeling of, like, I can do whatever I want, even though it's like, I am an adult with a 9-to-5 job, like, objectively, my life is exactly the same, it's just that, like, the outdoors is like, come here, get your free vitamin D that you need to store up for the entire rest of the year when it's dark as fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, num 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 num.
Truly. Looking at some other things on this list, I also stand by the specific movies where it's like, for whatever reason, you're like, oh, that movie ate my life during a specific summer. Which is why, unfortunately, X-Men First Class is on this list, because summer of 2011 was, like, the only thing I was thinking about was fucking X-Men First Class.
Yeah, it really is like that sometimes.
So, like, is that objectively a summer movie? I don't know. It's a summer movie for
There's a
me.
scene where they're on a
Pacific
beach.
Rim. Well, that's true. They are on a beach.
A pretty significant
and, like,
scene where they're on a beach and there's sand.
I, like, don't ever actually want to watch that movie again, because the version of it that, like,
I wish
it's,
that
like,
were me.
Perfectly crystallized in my head, but I feel like eventually I am gonna have to contend with watching it
I was
again.
thinking about rewatching it just the other day. I'm weak.
That's
been
fair.
a long time for
it
me.
It is
so,
like, it's just, that was such a weird fucking time in my life.
It's such also, like, a strange artifact of, like, 2011 era.
Yeah.
Homoeroticism.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Where they're just like,
it's like Supernatural.
and
You're like the last,
and
they're like,
no,
you can't queerbait like that anymore.
Yeah, he's holding him in his arms, and they're like, no, it's not. But then they're like
this chess game where we're both, like, draped on these stairs, like we're in a like Roman brothel fresco, has nothing to do with, and you're like, the chess is a metaphor for fucking, guys, we get it.
This is like one of the situations where like people talk about, I don't know, fan fiction or whatever. It's true that movie did inspire a truly demented amount of fan fiction. However, they chose to make it like that. They chose to make it that way. I'm just saying
that fandom was not, like, that shit did not come out of nowhere.
Yeah. I was there. I was there for all of it.
There, Gandalf. Yeah.
Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
God. National Treasure for me. I mean, that's a movie that I have to watch at any time of the year.
Did I put National Treasure on this list, or did I just... No, I was thinking it, though. I think because I was thinking summer blockbusters, and I was like, I guess that just is in there. But I was very much thinking National Treasure. National Treasure related tangent. I had a coworker who found out that I had a podcast recently. This happens, you know. And just out of the blue, without really knowing this about me, asked, have you ever done an episode on National Treasure? That was the first question that he asked me. And I was like, I honestly can't remember how, because I talk about it so much. I think it's just come up
I just bring it up. Yeah, I just bring it up whenever I can.
That's
But I
so
what
don't
we're
think
like,
we've
feels
like
we could
sat down and
do-
talked about the National Treasure duology. Did I tell you guys that I
You know
was
what
at
we
a
could do?
fucking gay bar when I was in Arizona and they were playing National Treasure
Yeah!
2? Okay, great.
You did.
Yes! Incredible.
I just because I
Um,
looked
I
up
think we should
specifically at the
do-
TV and was like, Nicolas Cage. I literally said out loud in like a Nicolas Cage voice, "They're kidnapping the president," and nobody reacted because they were doing other stuff. But I was like in awe. I like couldn't fucking recover. I was about to watch a drag show, but I kept getting distracted because Nicolas Cage was kidnapping the president. Anyway, sorry, I just got distracted.
That's why they shouldn't have. That's why they shouldn't play. We should.
No, you know what we should do?
Oh, wait.
Is we should do a commentary track.
Yes.
We should
Yes.
do a watch along for National Treasure.
I mean,
is what
we
we
should
should
do both.
And National Treasure too.
Hold on. I will also say, I just
Um,
remembered related to that story that I told the group chat that, and Leia texted me later saying, I'm at this bar and they're also playing National Treasure 2. And it turned out there was
What?
just there was a TV, there was a channel that was doing a
Oh.
marathon. And that's what happened. But we
My
had this
channel.
moment of hold the fuck on. Is every gay bar in the world playing National Treasure 2 right now? No.
See,
but
this
what
is
could
why
have
they
been?
shouldn't play movies in bars
Oh
sometimes.
my god, I get
because
so
like
distracted.
I get so
I've watched
distracted.
entire
I remember with
movies
distinctly
in
one
bars
time.
before and not known what they
Oh,
were,
yeah.
and then watched them years later and been like, oh.
When I was in college, they were playing The Life Aquatic on the bar TV, and at one point, a friend of mine was like, "So, are you good? Can I like go over here and talk to these other people? Are you like good to hang out by yourself watching this movie?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that I was ignoring people because
Sorry, there's a fucking
I was
movie on. What am
too-
I supposed to do?
there's a fucking movie on, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the pretty images because I'm 5 years
They've
old and
got
I'm
the
distracted
third
by
they've
color
got the
and
third
light.
Resident Evil movie on in the background. What am I supposed
Color
to
and
fucking
light.
do?
Yeah,
Anyway,
like that.
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Yeah, very much.
It counts.
Let's do a National
Also because
Treasure
it's like,
episode.
people are like, "Oh, it's an Independence Day movie," and I'm like, it's a treasure hunting movie. But like, you could make that
How
argument
fucking dare
theoretically in
you,
the same
yeah.
way. In the same way that like people, watch the actual movie Independence Day on Independence Day when you could just watch it any time of the year because it's an alien invasion movie. And
It's true.
aliens
All
are
of these
forever.
people are wrong. The only appropriate movie to watch on the 4th of July
It's
is
Jaws.
True.
The Jaws holiday.
That's her birthday.
Jolliday.
And by her, I mean the shark.
America
America's
sucks.
sweetheart.
Celebrate Bruce's
Yeah,
birthday
America's
instead.
sweetheart. The shark from Jaws.
Yeah. The shark from Jaws. The hero of the film, famously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of you put Lawrence of Arabia on here?
Oh,
Bro, you know it wasn't
That's
me.
fair,
I haven't
please.
seen that
Okay,
fucking
fair.
movie.
Okay, sorry. It took me a second to be like, no, wait, it's definitely Helena. That's fascinating. Okay.
long, can last you the entire day. He's way hotter in that movie, like just like temperature-wise than I'll be.
Yeah, I mean that is fair.
They're
It
in
is
the
a
desert.
very,
There's the sun.
sun-drenched movie.
Healthy
Okay,
dose of
okay, I see where you're coming
homoeroticism to quench your thirst.
Can I ask about Assault on Precinct 13, a movie which notably takes place in the winter?
It's very sweaty.
Does it take place?
Sorry, that's like the very first thing that I thought of is that it's wait, does the original one take place in the winter?
Yeah, brother.
But they're like,
Why is the ice cream truck out then?
Ask John.
Oh.
when do they say? I'm very confused.
It's because it's a similar feeling for me.
I swan to
Dog
John
Day
they say
Afternoon.
it takes place in the winter. I think both of them do. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just
Where it's
mixing it up
like-
with the remake.
I
Or
mean,
you
it could be just
have,
one of those. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I'll do a little bit of research.
Sorry, where it's like it really recreates the feeling of like stuffiness and like oppressive it's like the emotional equivalent of the way I feel when I like can't adequately ventilate my bedroom in the summer. Like even if it doesn't take place in the summer, because it's like, I don't know, there are a number of movies where I'm like, objectively this doesn't take place in the summer, but it's LA, which means that to me, LA is like it's summer forever because of the climate.
This is the thing. I see people going around to places in LA and it looks hot and they're getting ice cream and I'm like, it's summer. Now, notably, it doesn't say
Okay, maybe I'm
the
getting mixed up
remake
with the
says it takes place on New Year's Eve.
That's what I think I am getting mixed up. Now, I will say, I did put John Carpenter's Vampires on here, because it takes place in New Mexico. And so much of that movie is spent outside where it looks bright and hot. But the other part of that for me was that it is a movie you are not needing to pay attention to. It's about beating vampire ass and doing flips, and giving your friends serious, solid bro hugs. And I was like, it is New Mexico, and they are spending a lot of time outside where it's hot. But the more important part is that it's a dumb action movie, and I think
oh fuck.
But yeah. I think Assault on Precinct 13 has the same thing, where I'm like, that movie is like, I think it's too. Yeah, it doesn't, just because it's stuffy. Also, who put Rear Window on here?
That literally takes place during the summer.
Okay.
So the whole thing is that it's hot and everybody's windows open.
All right.
So
I really do think that part of the summer movie for me thing is that, like, it's not just that it takes place during the summer. I think it can't be. I think it can't be too serious.
Oh, really? That's very funny.
This is where I'm like, there are two kinds of summer movies. Because I get where you're coming from, but then there are also the summer movies that, like, feel like summer to me, even if I don't necessarily want to watch them during the summer.
See, but then that doesn't. I think a summer movie is a movie that you want to watch when it's summertime.
That's Rear Window for me.
Huh. That's fair.
Because also there are serious movies too that like are very, very serious, and then there are like serious movies. Like Rear Window is about a murder, but it's also not that.
I also haven't seen Rear Window, so potentially I am currently on that part. I'm standing on a soapbox made of cardboard.
Assault on Precinct 13 is very tense, but it's not like. It doesn't, like, put me through the emotional ringer. It's just tension and tension release. Like, I don't feel like it's, like, I'm not like, oh, fuck, like, there are a ton of movies that I wouldn't want to watch during the summer because they're just, like, they're too heavy. That movie is, like, it's tense, but it's not heavy, to me.
Yeah. I would just, like, I think that I'm just a little bit more vibe open, to be honest. Like Manhunter, which I watched last week, to me is also a summer movie, or has the potential to be a summer movie. It is not set during the summer. There are scenes that are on the beach because Will lives in Florida, and there are very heavy blues that are used because Michael Mann is working with a really great color palette in that movie, and there's a synth soundtrack. That's all. That's all that it takes for me to be like, yeah, that qualifies as a summer movie for me. But I'm also more like vibes based on that front. Cocktail also is a summer movie to me because again, synth soundtrack, Tangerine Dream, Tom Cruise looking hot. That they're in Jamaica.
Yeah,
like
I haven't seen that movie yet, and I'm kind of afraid to.
Is it good? I don't think so. Is he really, really, really? He's very hot in that movie. I've already talked at length about that, so I don't need to go into that anymore. But that's kind of where I stand on that front, basically.
There are a lot of like. I was kind of like, oh, I foresee myself watching a lot of, like, mid-tier Tom Cruise movies this summer because they're just, like, they don't require a lot of emotion. It's like, I don't have to work hard.
I was literally
For
thinking
a lot
about
of
watching a Mission Impossible movie earlier today, and I was like, no, you can't do that. You have to
I am
watch
so
something else.
fucking excited to see the first Mission Impossible movie in a theater at the end of the summer.
Oh my god. I mean, like, I almost put all of those down. I mean, they can qualify, I guess. They're definitely, like, summer movies in that, like, that's one where I don't have to think too hard, right? Especially the later ones that are more action-based.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
But-
less, like, they're not exactly intricately plotted. Is not
No.
really what's happening there.
No.
Whoever put Mamma Mia on here, you're extremely correct.
Yeah, 'twas I that set
Yeah,
the
you're
blaze.
correct.
Somebody put just, like, some gifs of the three dads dancing at the end of Mamma Mia on my dash the other day, and I was just like, wow. 3 adult men, and out of these 3 adult men, Colin Firth is the only person who ever learned to do hip isolations.
It's just
Like,
incredible
he
stuff.
he is the only one who is capable of, like, tilting his pelvis from side to side separately from his rib cage. It's hilarious.
I
You
wonder
know,
what
the
he
other
has
two
to
have
learn
other
that for.
gifts.
Oh, they do! It's just this, like,
Dancing are not one of them.
I got, like, slammed over the head by an extremely specific set of memories from being, like, probably, like, 14 or something, doing, like, musical theater summer camp, and just people trying to, like, a teacher trying to, like, being like, you know, can I just, like, physically, like, put my hands on you and try to, like, make you understand that this part of your body can move independent of this other part of your body. Like, not to me, but to, like, another kid. And it was just the, like, I am going to go down this line of, like, not exclusively, but mostly boys. And, like, physically demonstrate to you that your hips move independently from your torso. And just watching these guys be like, oh! And it's, like, beautiful. And then I was thinking about Grease, which is a summer movie.
I would agree.
I just don't.
Even though it takes place
Fucking
during the
Grease.
school year.
That is a weird exception to this, is because
Yeah.
it's so, like, part of it is that it's, like, truly, I think there's an element where it's, like, in my brain, Southern California is just summer forever. I am susceptible to that thing. Yeah.
But there's also a song that's
Asteroid
literally
City.
called Summer Nights.
Yeah, that is true. Now I'm just thinking about Asteroid City.
I almost put Asteroid City on here. Asteroid City counts for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it takes very
Yeah.
little for me. I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. Get that shit on there. Trying to remember what else now.
Oh, okay. Stand By Me. Any Kids on Bikes stuff. Most Kids on Bikes things are like summer movies to me. Mostly because they, like, take place during the summer, but they capture that, like, aspect, that feeling of, like, the rules are relaxed.
Yeah. And there's something about the kids are allowed to roam free without parental supervision. That is very...
There's this, like, sense of possibility. And it's, like, sometimes it's a positive thing, and sometimes it's also, like, that same sense of permissiveness can kind of be a threat. Where you have movies where it's like, oh, you know what else sometimes happens in the summer is that, like, sometimes the heat just, like, makes people go a little nutto. And I'm, like, frankly relatable. And so sometimes I feel like there are movies that have that kind of a vibe, that it's that sort of, like, masochistic urge again to just, like, lean into how miserable the summer can be. Which once again I was like, what was that movie that I didn't get to check out of the library when I was having my like Adrian Brody obsession when I was in the 8th grade and nobody was paying attention to what I was doing, and it's 100% fucking where is it? I think it's like Summer of Sam.
Summer of Sam.
I was trying to get Summer of Sam out of the library, a movie that I absolutely, it is good. I was like, nobody should have let me, like, it's good that I didn't watch that when I was an 8th grader.
At least your Adrian Brody obsession didn't lead you to watch fucking Hollywoodland, a movie which categorically does not exist. It's not a fucking
Yes,
film.
it did.
Oh no,
I've seen Hollywoodland.
Ezra!
I'm sorry, but I have seen Hollywoodland.
Damn it, I thought you were free.
No, I'm
free
not.
From the curse.
Nope.
That's not a real fucking film. Can I just say that right now? I'm sure that it's out there.
It's not.
But I'll Google it. It is a real movie, but not a real movie. People know what we mean.
It is a movie that somebody made. Do we think King Kong 2005 is a summer movie?
My gut tells me no for some reason.
My gut also tells me no.
Fair.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I would certainly watch it during the summer. I'll watch it any time of year. You know I will.
I mean, yes. It does not have particular summer vibes. Fucking Hollywoodland. Yeah, no, that is a real movie.
Unreal.
It's not a real. Did not do very well at the box office because it wasn't good. Why.
Look at that fucking poster.
It was very bad, actually.
Oh, man.
Anyway. Yeah.
About 30 variations of Hollywoodland, by which I mean not real films, drop on Netflix every single year now. So, this is a phenomenon that was unique.
Talk about shit that just feels like a fever dream. Other movies to talk about on here. Yeah. Ocean's 11, yeah. Both because it's sort of a, it's diverting without requiring a whole lot of emotional investment, and also, crime.
Crime. There's something that's really slick about it that just makes me feel laid back and relaxed. I'm I can let the movie carry me because it's
movies that are effortlessly cool.
Yeah.
Have that's a summer vibe to me, because again, you're just you are carried along by the movie with requiring very little input from the viewer.
Yeah.
The kind of movie that you can just absolutely hose down a giant bucket of popcorn while you're man, I love this movie, and I'm gonna be real with you, I love it at least 20% more because it's fucking air conditioned in here and not anywhere else in my life. There were so many times, especially when I was a kid, that it would be it's really fucking hot, what are we gonna do? Go to the movies, because there's air conditioning!
It's the best thing in the world to walk into an air-conditioned movie theater and get hit by a waft of popcorn smell.
Truly.
Sorry.
Yeah. For real.
It's just so beautiful.
That's, I almost kind of want to, that's almost kind of the vibe I want to leave it on.
Oh, perfect.
I think, I think that's a good one.
Just, when you open those doors, and you're the difference is so strong, you're oh my god, I almost need to bring a sweatshirt when my sweatshirt collection has missed me. Because it's so fucking hot, and then you're just oh, it seems really cold in here. So yeah. Wafting out of here on the scent of movie theater popcorn born by that blast of air conditioning.
We will truly see you at the movies where it's cold.
We sure will. Where it's where it is fucking a livable temperature. I do love the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I just complain about it a lot, but I complain about everything. It's a cultural thing. Thanks Thanks for hanging out with us here on Sneople at the Movies from the Infinity Break Network. Check out infinitybreak.net for more awesome content, and come chat with us on the Infinity Break Discord. You can find it at bit.ly/I Infinity Talk. You can also shoot us an email at sneopleatthemovies@gmail.com if you've got a subject you want to hear us talk about, a movie you think we absolutely need to see, or a recommendation for the perfect popsicle. Friends, I could really use some popsicle Rex.
Please.
Our Oscar-worthy music was done by Johnny Ronaldo, who you can find at Johnny Ronaldo on Twitter, and our glorious Technicolor logo was designed by Bethany Luthold. Check her out at bleilaniarts.wixsite.com. If you enjoyed listening, please leave us a review on iTunes and share the show with your friends, your enemies, and your partners in crime. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the movies.